I guess it's living an inspired vision, because A, we like it, and B, hopefully it rubs off on other people and inspires them to do their vision.
Definitely.
And if you don't have those living examples, you know what's wrong with the old system, but you may not know how you could create something that works, that actually succeeds it. But once you see it, it's like, oh, that's simple. I can do that. But I do it this way, and this way, and this way. And it's like encouraging that intelligence, creative intelligence, encouraging creative intelligence in human beings so they ascend to being goddess gods again, as custodians of planet paradise. That's the plot, that's the big picture.
The richness of experience, which is accessible to everyone, through coming into stillness, through coming into an appreciation of the sensations of our own bodies, of our own environments, of the sounds of the water running. It doesn't need to be 20 kPa pumping out the latest beats. That's a reflection. The source is there in all things, and a leaf and a stone and a river and a breath of wind. And that's what Deepa is about for me. It's about learning to appreciate the subtle things rather than the gross oversaturation of consumer culture.
But it takes us to places that, we haven't been much before. But as explorers, some of us have been to those higher dimensions, and that's the idea of exploring, is you have more familiarity with higher dimensions. So when it's crunch time and you have to step up to them, it's like, oh cool, been here before, totally comfortable with the next step, and able to help and guide people along the way too. That's the pioneer spirit, that's the ones that are willing to take the chances and explore new territory, and then be there to help guide others who are probably a little less adventurous. Nice. I'm happy that I'm in that adventure group.
And there's some bees that like to go out and explore, find new things. And so if one of these bees goes out and finds this big bush full of flowers and full of nectar, and gets really excited and comes back into the hive, and it does this dance, right? And depending on how long the dance is and how passionate the bee is about the dance determines how many bees will follow it to the source of food, right? So if that's a perfect analogy for what an artist or somebody who's out on the edge looking, that's one of those people, right? One of those people out there on the edge looking around, find something amazing, you come back and you do this amazing dance, right? And then people will follow you, right? But if you come back and, you just kind of go, oh, that was cool, nobody's going to follow you, right? There.
Incredible diversity and brilliance and talent in doing the simple things in so many different... look at the types of music that come out of the different tribes, the types of way of solving, day-to-day life challenges. And if you take the best of everything from every tribe and put it together, you have paradise, and if you take the worst of it, you have hell. And people focus on, well, your Bible says different from my Bible, and it's like, yeah, but they also completely agree, so why don't we focus on the agreement parts and really get along rather than slam each other because of some misinterpreted phrase. It's like,
details, petty details.
Yeah. Big picture, please. And it's just that extreme of dark and light playing itself out to the nth degree, and we'll see the nth degree in not in our lifetimes, in the next few years, is my kind of understanding, because it's accelerating exponentially into madness and suicide and into rapture and bliss simultaneously. So how does that go? Third dimensional reality is based on polarities, light and dark, male and female, all the rest of them. And we're in third-dimensional reality to gather as much experience as we possibly can, so we have the information to make the decision consciously to move into love, which is the ticket to higher dimensional realities. And if you don't move into love, then the dark side, as it suicides itself even further, it suicides itself. It finds a lower reality to live in, and as the light sides involve themselves and enlighten themselves, they move into love, which is the portal into higher dimensional realities, and they move upwards. And so Earth is that kind of a third dimensional reality, plane existence on Earth is that is that growing ground where you can grow mad or grow enlightened, and that's free will, eh? What are you going to do? And according to your actions, so you create your reality. It's beautiful, really. If you look at it in the objective, big distance viewpoint, it's beautiful. You have complete freedom to create heaven or hell. What's your preference? And that's interesting, eh? I mean, I don't understand why people would choose hell.
Yeah,
it's funny, eh? It's an odd choice because it's right here. You're in paradise, and you all have experiences of love and enlightenment. And do you value them and cherish them and really nurture them, or do you go back into fear?